Welcome to your WordPress dashboard. So by default, your dashboard comes with a few default blocks. So we have the site health over here, quick draft, WordPress events and news, activity, and at a glance. So the site health links to the site health underneath the tools section. So right there, tools, site health. And this tells you like different things that you should do to improve your site. So it's telling us that we should maybe remove inactive plugins and inactive themes for security purposes. Your quick draft allows you to create a blog post right here. So you can just create a draft blog post very quickly and easily. If an idea pops in your head, you just want to write it really quick right there. Activity shows you all the recently published items on your site and any recent comments that you can address at a glance. Tells you how many posts, pages, and comments on your site. And then WordPress events and news right over there. Now, you can also drag and drop things around if you like. So you can also minimize the design as well. So if you don't want all these blocks taking up so much visual space, you can just minimize them. And if you're like, I don't want these blocks at all, click on your screen options. And over here is where you can activate or deactivate blocks as you see fit. So for example, if I don't want WordPress events and news, or I don't want at a glance, whatever, I can remove it. Now, as you add on plugins to your site, it's going to add in additional dashboard blocks as well. So if you just want to manage everything, you just do so underneath these screen options. Now, underneath the help tab right there, you have documentation, support forms, and the version of WordPress you're running. So I definitely recommend checking out these support forms. If you have any question regarding a WordPress theme or plugin, you need help in some way, the WordPress forms are very active and very helpful. So let me minimize that. Then underneath that, the home link, you have the update tab right there. And this just tells you the WordPress updates that you need to do. So at the click of a button, you can update your site. So you can get the latest version of WordPress, you can update plugins, and you can update themes right over here. And you want to make sure everything is updated. Then you have your posts, and you have all posts, add a post, categories, and tags. So all blog posts are managed by categories and tags. Then you have your media library right there. So you can view your media library and you can add things to your media library. Then you have pages. You have all pages and you can add in new pages. Comments over here. If you have comments enabled on your blog post, comments will appear over here. So this is where you can mark things as like spam. You can trash different comments. And this is basically where you manage all your comments from. Now under here with appearance, you click on appearance. This shows what theme you have installed as well as any additional themes that you have installed as well. If you want to delete a theme that you're not currently using, just click on the theme like that. Then click over here to delete. Then your editor over here, this takes you to the full site editor. Really depends on the theme. If you're using a theme that takes advantage of the full site editor, this is what you're going to be looking at. If you have a different theme, like this is my actual business blog over here, if I have appearance over there, then I have the theme file editor. And if I click on the theme file editor, because it doesn't use the full site editor, it literally takes me to the PHP files that are managing the site design and layouts. So it just depends on what theme you're using. If it takes advantage of the full site editor, you click on, boom, the editor right there. You're going to be looking at this. If it doesn't use the full site editor, you're going to be looking at this over here. Okay, anyways, you have your plugins. So you can install new plugins and you can add plugins. Your users, so you have all your users. And you can add on additional users over here as well. So I have one user whose role is administrator. And if I want to add on additional users, like maybe I want to bring on another writer or something like that, this is where you do that. Then you have your profile right here. And so your profile allows you to change different personal options and allows you to also set the password for your site. You have your tools right there so you can import and export your site. That's quite helpful because that allows you to move your content. So you can export your site. So you can export all of the blog posts and pages and content on your site, then import it into a new site. So if you ever have to like move domain names, this is the tool that you're going to want to use. Your site health. We already covered. Then you can export and erase personal data. So this is just for regulation purposes, depending on where you live. So for example, let me click on erase personal data. This tool helps site owners comply with local laws and regulations. I mean, I've never had to use this, but if you need to erase personal data for whatever reason, you can do so right there. Then the theme file editor. Okay, so this is where you can access the theme file editor over here. Click on that. I understand. with all your CSS and PHP files as well. So it's been moved underneath the tools, whereas my design is underneath appearance. So again, just depends on the theme that you're using. You still get access to the PHP and CS files and all that good stuff if you want access to it. So don't worry, like just because it's using the full site editor doesn't mean you're limited in any way. Then you have your settings tab right there. So you have general, writing, reading, discussion, media, permalinks, and privacy.